Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of this design. It actually features the same design here mirrored here, and so that makes the reading of it a little bit tricky because you read it this way, and then here's the main design in the middle, and then that same design is here. So this lets you read it left to right no matter which way you have the ring, if it's like right side up with the thing in the middle, or if it's upside down with the thing in the middle. So with that being said, let's go ahead and read it. So you read the script starting at the bottom and you go counterclockwise, like a time traveler going back in time. So here we have our first word, and the bottom of our first word has this letter first. And this is a completed circle. It goes all the way around. It's not a divot like one of these guys here, like a chunk taken out of the circle. So with this completed circle, there are 3 dots. So those 3 dots put it in this column, and because it's in a completed circle, it's in this row. So 3 dots on the L, and then we have a little guy inside our word circle. So that would be the O. This is a shallow divot, so we're in this row, and it has one line coming off of it, so that's a V, because it's in this one line column. And then we have an E, so that's love. And then we have our next word, bottoms. Here, the first letter we hit going counterclockwise is this little guy, and it has a line going inwards. So that makes it an I. And then we have this shallow divot, like a bite taken out of a cookie. And we have the one line from the I, as well as this arc here. And because that arc ends there and there, it counts twice. Because line modifiers count where they end on a letter stem, and they can count for multiple letters, and curve, and loop, and all sorts of stuff like that. But anyway, so the total of 3 lines puts us in the 3-line column, making it an S. So is, and then we have an N with one line, O, and then this shallow divot T has no modifiers, so not, and then we have an A at the bottom, and then this N has one line, so an, and then this somewhat big word here. The bottom is here, and we have an E, continuing around. Here's our next set of letters. There's 1, 2, 3 lines on that one, so that makes it in the 3-line column, and that would be an M. And we have this little guy. This guy is attached to it like a bead on a string, so like this brown one here, and if we follow that down, that would be an O. And then we have this. This looks like it could be an A, but it's on the line of a sentence circle. I put an extra sentence circle ring going around our word circle, so this here is actually punctuation on the sentence circle. It would be the period at the end of this part of the sentence. And then we have this shallow divot. And if we look closely, this shallow divot doesn't have the line end on it. It goes through it and ends on the I. So that would be the T and then the I. And then here's an O and then an N again. N has one line. So that would be emotion, period. And then here's another love. L with 3 dots, just like this L with 3 dots. And then an O, except this one's attached like a bead on a string, sort of like this one, as opposed to this O, which is inside the word circle, because an O, like all vowels have different positions depending on if they're by themselves or attached to a consonant. So this is love. Another is is, done very similarly. And then we have this word, which is just the word So here's our word circle. And this line ending on a word circle doesn't do anything because this is just a word circle. And then this is the A outside the word circle. And then we have 1, 2 lines on the P. This R has 3 dots. O, 1, 2, 3 lines on the M, I, and then we have this S, 1, 2, 3 lines on the S, and then an E, so promise. And then we have this guy here in the middle. So it's a fleur-de-lis, and it has those 3 petals, and in the middle front petal, this is a deep divot letter, so that would be a B, and then this is a K with 2 dots. So yeah. It's a bit more abstract for this middle bit because it didn't really want it to detract from the look of the fleur-de-lis and look kind of like incorporated into it, but also still somewhat recognizable as maybe some letters, especially this B here. So yep, those are the initials. So yeah, that's that design. And then this, of course, is the same thing here, except mirrored. So again, if it were flipped, you would just read it like you read this, because it's the same thing. So yeah, that is that. I hope you like it. Thanks, bye.